If you're planning a visit to San Francisco, riding a cable car is an absolute must. Today, I'm going to show you how to ride them, what the fares are, the best routes, and some insider tips to make your experience unforgettable. And my name is Olena. I'm with Astronomical Tours, and as a local, I'm happy to share all the tips and tricks you need to know to make the most of your stay here. Did you know that San Francisco's cable cars are the only moving national historic landmark in the United States? Let's dive in to discover more. Cable cars are truly iconic and have been in operation since the late 19th century. There are 3 active cable car lines in San Francisco: the Powell-Hyde Line, the Powell-Mason Line, and the California Street Line. Let me break down the main differences for you. Powell-Hyde Line runs from Union Square to Fisherman's Wharf, passing famous landmarks like Lombard Street and offering stunning views of Alcatraz and the Bay. It's the steepest and most scenic of cable car lines, so perfect for sightseeing. Keep in mind though, this is the most crowded line, and the wait can sometimes exceed an hour at the starting points. But here's a local tip. Try catching a ride early in the morning or later in the evening to avoid the crowds. It's a much more relaxed experience. Powell-Mason Line starts at Union Square and then travels through the lively North Beach neighborhood that's famous for its Italian heritage and vibrant atmosphere. This line ends near Fisherman's Wharf, making it a great choice for tourists looking to explore the waterfront. It's less steep than Powell-Hyde Line, offering a quieter but still scenic route. And yes, it's quite crowded too, especially if you start at Powell Street Terminal that serves as a starting point for both lines. Right now we're headed to the California line where we're going to catch a cable car. This is one of the lines that's less busy, so if you want to skip the line and just go straight for the views, do it. This line runs east-west along California Street from the Financial District to Van Ness Avenue and offers views of historical landmarks like Grace Cathedral and some of the city's most luxurious hotels. Here's a fun fact. This California line is the oldest one in the city and was originally built in 1878. Each route offers a unique perspective of the city, so try to experience all 3 if you have time. Cable cars are a lot of fun to ride, but to be honest, they're not the most efficient way to move around the city. They don't really run often and they're quite slow. So it's a fantastic tourist attraction, but locals don't really take cable cars. First things first, how do you actually get on a cable car? It's easy. You can board at the first stop or hop on mid-route. When you start at the first stop, like the Powell Street Terminal, you're likely to face long lines, especially during peak tourist times. But you're guaranteed a seat if you're willing to wait. By hopping on mid-route, you avoid long lines, but it's a bit of a gamble. Cars can be full, and you might have to stand or ride on the outside. It's a quicker way to get on if you're flexible and ready for a little bit of an adventure. Stops are usually marked with the brown and white sign like this one. When riding a cable car, you have 2 options. You can sit outside or even stand over here. Of course, be careful and watch your step. Or you can sit inside if you prefer a less windy ride. And remember to hold on tight if you're riding on the outside and keep your belongings secure. Here's an interesting fact. The cable cars are actually powered by an underground cable that moves at a constant speed of 9.4 miles per hour. The gripman, the person who operates the car, controls the speed by gripping or releasing the cable with a lever. Now that you're on board, let's talk about tickets. A single ride on a cable car costs $8. But this ticket is only valid for 1 continuous trip, meaning if you step off the cable car, and want to get back on, you'll need to pay another $8. So, if you're planning to ride a cable car more than once, I suggest getting a one-day visitor pass, which offers unlimited rides on cable cars and other Muni transportation for 24 hours. One-day pass costs $13, and you will only need to show the QR code when boarding. It's that easy. You can find the link in the description below. If you just need a single ride, you can pay the gripman with cash when boarding, or buy tickets at the pay stations located at all starting points. Here's another cool fact. At one time, San Francisco actually had 23 cable car lines, but today, only 3 remain. Despite this, the cable car continued to be a beloved symbol of the city. And before we wrap up, here are a few tips to make the most of your cable car experience. First, avoid peak times like late mornings and early afternoons if you can. The lines can get pretty long. Early mornings and late evenings are usually less crowded. 2. If you want the best views on Powell-Hyde and Powell-Mason lines, grab a spot on the right side of the car when heading towards the Fisherman's Wharf. 3. Hop on mid-route. Instead of starting at crowded terminals, hop on at less busy stops along the route. 4. Hold on tight. If you ride on the outside, make sure to hold on. It's a thrilling experience though. 5. Don't forget to check out the Cable Car Museum. It's free and it gives you a great history of these amazing machines. I'll drop a link below. That's it for today's video. I hope you find this guide helpful for your next visit to San Francisco. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'm hoping to see you on one of the tours with Astronomical Tours.